Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Handington, and today we're playing Cookie Run Ovenbreak. Now this is actually one of my favorite app games to play, and I really enjoy it. Because I've played it a lot, I am not starting over, so we're starting in the middle of this game. Luckily it's not super story-based, so I'll just give you a rundown of basically what happened to get us to this point. So, the world of Cookie Run essentially is a magical world where cookies can come to life. And this witch bakes cookies, and she makes them come to life to eat them, and then murder them by eating them. And yeah, that seems pretty dark, but the cookies decide, yeah, we don't want that, so they escape. So the game starts off with the first cookie to escape the oven, named Gingerbrave, who's right here in the corner. Doopy-doop. He decides to break out of the oven like a prison break, but out of an oven. As you can see, there's the prison-like bars in the background. And he decides, yeah, I'm not gonna take this. So he runs away, and the other cookies follow in his footsteps, and then they run, and it's an endless runner game. So it gives you a good idea of what the gameplay is gonna be like. Now, I have done another episode of this earlier to test out filming on the, not filming, it's recording on the app with DU Recorder, which is the software that I use to do this. It's free on the App Store. I like them, and they're better than, was it AZ Recorder? That one I didn't like as much. DU Recorder I enjoy much more. So, I'd recommend that one if, you know, you want to try filming app games of your own. So, anywho, give you the basic gist of the story. It's not the deepest story for a game, but it's very clever, it's cute, I really like this. So, you might be looking at this and going, wow, there's a lot on screen. And yes, this game has a lot of features, so it's nice you have a wide variety of things so you don't get bored too easily. So, there's a bunch of different modes. I'm going to try to slowly introduce you to all of the cookies, and here and there I'll also tell you about the different modes and such. I won't go into too much detail because, you know, you can download it yourself and figure stuff out, or if you have any other questions, you can just comment in the comment section where they should go. You'll be able to pick up on it pretty easily, but I'll give you a quick, the quick gist of it. So, this is one of the main modes, called the race mode. Now, I should show you this. When you start off the game, you start off in Land 1, and this is Land 7, the last, essentially the last land. You have to win against other people who are playing. This is an internet game where you have to be connected to the internet. Unfortunately, there's no local yet. Dev Sisters, come on, get on it. And if you don't know who the Dev Sisters are, they're actually the ones who developed this game, hence the title Dev Sisters. So, yeah, I really like them as developers, so I enjoy their games. And by enjoy their games, I mean I've only played Cookie Run. And I believe they have another game called Tape It Up, and I haven't played that one yet. But, anyway, so you win trophy races, and you get trophies, and once you reach a certain amount of them, you end up unlocking the next land. So the first one you have to win 100 to get to the next one, and so on and so forth. So, essentially, if you start off the game, you'll have to start off here, and then work your way up. So that's the gist of the basic trophy races. However, after you beat a land, you can go back and then be able to practice on it and play it whenever you want, without having to verse anyone, and you don't have to worry about losing or anything. Anyway, I'll introduce you to the rest of general synopsis of the game. So, this over here, that probably caught your eye, is the gold chests. When you win trophy races, you're able to get some tickets to unlock a couple of them, and then they replenish over time. We're not going to worry about that right now. I'll show you all about the trophy races, but that'll be in a future video. Right now, I'm going to introduce you to some of the basics of the game and how it works, and the cookies individually, because the cookies, most of the story of this game is revealed through the bios of the cookies and certain cookie missions. So there's a bunch of different things you can do in this game, two of which are missions. These are two different types of missions. I'll go into them in more depth later. Or this little exclamation point here gives us other cookie missions. And usually they give you a little in-depth idea of the character. So Ginger Brave is pretty confident and brave. And I mean brave, I mean that's his power. That's actually his power. All of the cookies have powers. His power is to be brave. And now you may think that Brave might do something in this game, but no, he's just brave. He is the most common of the cookies. In fact, there are 4 different classes of cookies here. These are the 4 most common ones. When you open up treasure chests, you'll end up getting at least one of these, as well as other more powerful cookies. And in addition to that, other treasure chests allow you to have pets. And little pets are little creatures, usually some sort of sweet or animal, that helps you along with your run. They float behind you. And they never run out of energy, unlike cookies. Cookies over here have a little bar next to them, where they have a certain number of runs before it ends up having to replenish. You can pay extra gems to replenish it, but usually you have so many runs in them that it's not always a problem. Like, you can go a long time playing with each cookie, and then you can go over to the next cookie and then play with them for a while. By the time you go through all those cookies, the first one would cycle through and then be okay, and you can just play this game for however long you want. So the Dev Sisters luckily are not super cheap about tactics and trying to take your money and everything. They give you lots of freedom with this game, so they're very generous. Speaking of other stuff to do here, there's an item shop where you can buy cookie chests, pet chests, and treasures. Now, it's called the Gotcha Shop, sorry. So treasures are extra items that you can equip to give you extra powers on your run. So here, I'm going to select some of the basic ones. This is the bubble shield gun. I'm actually going to go with this crown here, which gives me more points for coins, as well as more coins. This cupcake, which increases more points. And this bear, who also gives me more points. I won't show off some of the more interesting treasures until some other episode. But those are some of the basic treasures. Now, points are something that's very interesting in this game, because half the time, they're the most important thing that you can focus on in this game. The other half of the time, they are worthless. For the sake of what we're doing, the points are going to be worthless, so you don't have to worry about them for right now. But before I show you the main part of the game, I know I'm still holding out on you, just keep waiting, I'm going to introduce you to the bio of this cookie. It's not biology. But this little tab, a book, this is Ginger Brave. Not just a running cookie, he can jump, double jump, and slide too. Level up will increase his energy. Ginger Brave was the first cookie to escape from the witch's oven. It is not told how this cookie came to life, but rumor has it that the witch accidentally used magic powder instead of ginger powder. So, couple of things about this screen. Okay, so first of all, just to let you know, all of the cookies can do what Ginger Brave does. That is their basic skills. All cookies can jump, double jump, and slide. That is all of their powers as basic as you can get. And then they have extra powers on top of that, and some of them have multiple powers. So, yeah, nobody ends up playing as Ginger Brave until you start off, which is a shame, because I really love his name. But speaking of Ginger Brave, as his name goes, you notice this last detail here? The witch used magic powder instead of ginger powder, and that's probably what brought him to life. So he's named Ginger Brave, and he certainly is brave, as we can definitely tell from, his ability here. Just brave. Yet, he's not made of any ginger. So he's not actually a gingerbread man. He's just brave. But he certainly did have a chance to change his fate. I'm gonna stop with the brave jokes now. I need to introduce you to the little Choco Drop here. His power is to turn basic jellies into yellow bear jellies, and we're gonna go into that too. Yeah, that's what his power says here on the left. A sweet friend made of 100% cocoa. Of all the bizarre ingredients in the witch's cupboard, cocoa may be the most ordinary. Yep, he's a little chocolate chip. He's cute. So, when you have a cookie paired up with their special kind of pet, it gives them a combi bonus. Right here, it says plus 10 energy bonus. So by having Ginger Brave and Choco Drop together, that's their combi. Not combo, it's combi. Like the Pokemon, but instead of E, it's an I. I don't know why exactly it's called combi instead of combo, but I like it. It's unique. Almost all of the cookies have a pet that they pair up with that ends up giving them an extra combi bonus. So for the sake of this Let's Play, at least in the beginning, I'm going to play through practice rounds in each of the different worlds with all of the cookies and their pets to make a combi bonus. So that's what we're going to be doing, so I'll start off in the witch's house. That is just cool looking. Alright, first of all, I was able to hit pause in the upper right. I'm going to let you in on basically what's happening. On the left, there's a slide button, and on the right is a jump button. On the top left is a little pile of words that say bonus time, as well as my coin count, my jelly count, and my energy is up on top of the screen. Now you see these little green jellies, which are now turning into the other jellies? Those are called basic jellies, and the yellow bear jellies are worth more, and other jellies are worth increasingly more and more. Those basic jellies change when you level up. They turn into different looking jellies. So right now they look like little other tiny gummy bears. Before they looked like the little jelly that's in the center of the screen. That's what they start off as. Now, in the middle there, I know it's slightly blackened out because of the pause menu. There's a spike. If I touch that, I'm going to end up getting hurt. But above it is a potion. Now on top of the screen you see that there's an energy bar. That acts as both your health and your timer. When it reaches 0, your cookie essentially dies or faints. It's not quite well explained, but your cookie can't run anymore. So, you have until that goes out. However, you can get potions during the run in order to help extend it, as well as certain other cookies' abilities or pets. So, we're gonna deftly dodge this spike. There we go. And what I just got there is a magnet power-up. It allows my pet to be able to grab a bunch of different things on their own. And right there, I just slid under some stuff. By sliding. You have to press and hold slide in order to stay under it. And it looks like here there's a double jump. By pressing jump and then jump again in the air, like, you know, all games that have a double jump, you're able to double jump. You like my exposition? Good. So, essentially, that gives you the basic... Oh, and that's a giant potion. It restores a lot more health than the smaller potions. But essentially, that's the basis of the game. So you have different powers, you collect jellies. The jellies help cause a line to allow you to go forward. Your different little power jellies that give you different things, and they do other stuff to the environment. Oh, and you see that little thing in the bottle there? That's what they were talking about of other weird ingredients in the kitchen. That little pet is actually called the Dragon's Tail, and you actually get to have one of those as a pet later on. However, the witch is so evil that she actually has one captured in a bottle, and unfortunately you can't rescue him. Poor guy, you're gonna be trapped there, he's frowning! And that's another pet in that, that pink vial called Brain Gum. He's actually really good, I use him in the trophy races a lot. But unfortunately the poor thing is stuck in there. That's why we have to escape. So you're just running along, and look at that! There's a little floating bag here. That bag is an ingredient pouch. Oh, and now I'm big. That was not caused by the ingredient pouch, that was caused by magic. There's a blue thing right there. I know. The game can be a little bit, much at times, but the first level is pretty simple, so you'll be able to hang on. And I say as lots more stuff goes on. I just got all of the jellies to create the word bonus time in the upper left corner. That allows me to go into an extra world where I get extra coins and jellies and whatnot, and it does not drain my stamina on top. I said stamina, but it's still technically energy. Anyway, once you finish that, you end up continuing to run forward, and don't worry about those rakes, they're not going to actually hit me. I wonder who's throwing those rakes at you. I mean, you'd think it's the witch who's trying to chase you down, but no, she seems pretty cool with everything. She's like, oh, you escaped? Alright, I'm not going to capture you, in fact I'm going to go bake more cookies. Because that's what she does, she just bakes more cookies and then they escape. Maybe Sideshow Bob is throwing those rakes. Well, anyway. You may notice I'm making a couple of cuts here and there. Don't worry about those. It's not me messing up, it's just that I was just quiet. I'm pretty new to this whole Let's Play thing, so I'm still a little awkward around the edges, but I hope to get better as time goes by. So I decided, I'll start off with a game that I know pretty well right off the bat, so I don't have to figure things out along with you. So this way I feel like I have a little bit more control of the situation. Ah, see, now our life is starting to run rather low. So, you're gonna get to see something that happens after we end up dying, fainting. There we go. See that? That's a cookie relay. By paying 1,000 coins, you're able to send in another cookie to help run in your place, to help you get further and increase your score. Now, I hadn't introduced this cookie to you, and I'll give her a full bio in the next episode. However, right now, we're just gonna run with her for the time being. Now, when a cookie relay comes in, you only start off with half of the energy that you'd normally get for that cookie. And all the cookies have specific sets of energy to them, so, no cookies share the same energy bar on the top. They all have different levels. So, whatever Gingerbrave's was, I didn't memorize it. I don't play as him too much. I feel bad about doing that, but at the same time, he's not very good for escaping. So, yeah. Sorry, Gingerbrave. Good old Gingy. He's very much like Gingy, isn't he? You know, from Shrek. At least in, like, the Shrek 4. But Shrek in general. Oh well. However, the second time a cookie, faints in a run, they end up not being able to be relayed, anymore. So you only get one relay per race. And then the next one, you'll be able to do it again. That's my score and my coins, and that ingredient pouch we got earlier has ingredients in it. What do ingredients do, you may ask? Well, they do this. See, certain cookies eventually end up having extra powers. I'll show you off all of these here, but we'll start off with Cheerleader for right now. They get extra powers by eating these magic candies that you're able to craft yourself by collecting a bunch of ingredients. So I got a couple of them there, and they add an extra power to cookies. Not every cookie can have them, though. So, unfortunately, Gingerbrave is stuck the way he is. However, there's another form of upgrade that cookies can get. These are in the form of costumes. So, right now they're having a Halloween event, so they're giving out a free costume for Gingerbrave. This is called his tuxedo suit. There's also one that you can buy using 50 rainbow cubes. And I should get onto the currency systems as well. There's essentially 3 basic types of currencies. You have your coins, you have your gems, which you can watch ads for getting some more, and then you have rainbow cubes, which you can win in other modes, such as Breakout, which if you saw my first Let's Play test of this is the mode I was using before. This is different because it allows you to have lots of relays in order to continue one giant run, but we're not going to do this one for right now. Anyway, back to Gingerbrave. Now that he has his tuxedo and he's no longer naked, I'm going to let you in on what his costume says. Whoops, hit the wrong button. Here we go. Meet the MC of tonight's Halloween party, famous Gingerbrave in his fancy tuxedo. No doubt he's going to be the best dresser of the night. Indeed. And this is his other costume, which I have not bought yet and cannot equip, because I don't want to spend the rainbow cubes. It's nice, but I actually like his tuxedo outfit a bit more. Plus, you know, since I don't play as Gingerbrave, I don't want to waste the cubes. But this is what it says anyway. Gingerbrave decorated with love and affection. The red bow tie completes this new frosting suit. But is he really dressed? Is he? No, he's not. Very lewd, Gingerbrave. Don't give me that look. Well, yes, you do look fancy tonight. You're very suave. So, sometimes they will react to the costumes that they have, and luckily Gingerbrave is one of them. So I'm going to go through this one race again, just to, now that you've seen it before, you'll be able to see it again, so hopefully you'll be able to get a good hang of what's going on. So, here we are. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. The first level is usually, a bit easier. I know it might be a little harder to follow with me making some cuts, but again, I'm still kind of new to this, so I want to make sure that what I say is a bit better. So, I finally got that big potion, and I got another bag of ingredients, but I didn't get to show you what happens if you miss those letters and get hurt. That, you miss the letters and get hurt. Ooh. Anyway, I'm not gonna go through the rest of this whole run and everything, because you get the idea. You can quit the race anytime, so it's a positive if you need to go quickly. But before I go, I'm going to show you as well what happens. See, it used to be at 15 for Gingerbrave, and now it's at 13. As well as Gingerbright over here, who used to be at 15 runs, and now is at 14. Those relays also use up stamina. I know this one was a bit less funny and more about me just explaining stuff in the game, but I thought it would be best just to let you know of a general idea of what's going on. Oh, and one other thing. When you can upgrade these cookies, there's a little bar underneath them before I go. By getting cookies in treasure chests, you're able to get more and more experience for that cookie, and then you're able to pay a bunch of coins to be able to level them up. And when you level them up, you get experience, which levels you up. So the experience points are obtained in those little fire arrow things called your escape points. And when you level up, those jellies turn a different color, or even a different shape. They're worth more points, you're able to get a higher coin bonus at the end, and after level 30, you stop getting extra damage reduction, which is great because if you get hurt, it ends up not taking as much damage from you. And I think I've covered pretty much all of the basics so far. Well, this was very interesting for me to do. I hope this one is a little bit better than the one I did before. And by better, I mean of slightly higher quality. So, I'm doing my best. Hopefully the next episode will be a lot more interesting. But I wanted to get this done, and now you have an idea of what the game is like, since I couldn't show you it from the actual beginning. Anyway, I believe it's that time again. If you like what I do, don't be shy to give a thumbs up. Have a pleasant day, and this is Handington, signing off. Bye!